చెడిగా బుక్ చేద్దాం అనుకున్నాను. బస్సు చూపిస్తాను. స్లాబ్ డోర్ పొడిగించుకొని బస్సు చూపిస్తాను. బస్సు పని ఆగే పోదాం.
அவனும்
ஒண்ணுதான் போட்டீங்க. நான் 1, 2, 3, 4
Good afternoon to everyone available here. So in this session, we are going to discuss on the modes of operation of a permanent magnet brushless DC motor for 180 degree magnetic arc, right? So in a previous session, we are discussing about 120 degree magnetic arc permanent magnet BLDC motor. Now we are going to discuss on 180 degree magnetic arc permanent magnet brushless DC motor. Right. So today's topic is 180 degree magnet angle permanent magnet brushless DC motor. Right. So this is our today's session. So as our yesterday class, so today is our 180 degree magnetic arc, right? For a permanent magnet brushless DC motor. So on this topic, we are going to frame our excitation system, right? We are going to first fix our excitation system, right? So after fixing our excitation system, then we will go for our flux distribution in So now we are going to have our excitation system, and followed by our excitation system, we are going to have our flux distribution. We are going to have a flux distribution in the air gap. So the excitation system is much more important by comparing to our any machines, right? So it can be a special electrical machine, but the excitation system should be given in clockwise direction, whereas the rotation of the motor should be in counterclockwise direction. So according to that criteria, we want to give our excitation system. The excitation system, what I'm going to consider is for three phase. So as our previous session, we are going to split our excitation system for three phase here. So three phase means definitely we need of 6 slots. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So up to now we got some 4 slots here. So 4 slots means it is for two phase. Since we are developing a three phase excitation system for a brushless DC motor, we need of 6 slots, right? So we are going to reduce our slot dimensions. Right, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So another one, let it be, and let it be 6, right? So consider each and every slot is having 60 degree of excitation system, right? So why it is 60 degree means, so the total rotation of a electrical machine is of 360 degree. Since we are using 6 slots, so 360 divided by 6, it is 60 degree. So only we are considering 60 degree per excitation system, right? So according to this criteria, we are going for a phase system. So for better clarity, we go for different colors. Okay, here we take this one. And if we consider, right, first as A plus, so not only here, right, you can take A plus anywhere. You can take A plus here in this occasion, either we can take A plus in this instant. So whatever place we can take, we can able to take A plus, right? So then the next one is opposite to this A plus. It should be of A minus. It should be of A minus, right? And then moving to the clockwise direction. So this one it should be of B plus, right? So this one is of B plus here, and opposite to the B plus, it should be of B minus. It is of B minus here, and coming with clockwise direction, this is of C plus, and opposite to the C plus is the C minus, is the C minus. And this is our excitation system what we have framed here, right? So this is our excitation system what we have framed here. So now the next step what we are going to frame here is our flux distribution, right? So it is a flux distribution what we are going to see now. Right. So this is the air gap region. So the air gap region is found here. So this is the air gap region, right? So this one be the air gap region where the flux is now going to get distributed, right? So the title of our today's session, what we are discussed here is, it is 180-degree magnet arc. So if it is 180-degree magnetic arc, permanent magnet brushless DC motor, so definitely it should be of 120-degree waveforms as per our previous session, right? So in our last class, we discussed about the modes of excitation. There is two modes of operation. One is 180-degree magnetic arc and another one is 120-degree magnetic arc. So now here we are taking as 180-degree magnetic arc, which is going to develop a 120-degree waveforms. So according to this, we are going to get a 120-degree flux distribution, right? So if it is a 120-degree flux distribution, now we want to show our flux distribution path, right? So area where the flux is being distributed, since we consider each slot is for 60-degree in our excitation system, so 60 plus 60 is 120-degree. So according to this mechanical consideration, we are framing our flux distribution to be as 120 degrees, right? So it is 120-degree excitation system here. And then this is for north side, North Pole, right? This one is for North Pole. While coming to of the South Pole, so again another 120-degree is needed, right? So then only the rotor can able to rotate. So this is the region where, so because this one is 60-degree and here the another one is 60-degree, so totally 120-degree, and the flux distribution and the distribution of flux is found here. So we are going to consider the initial condition, right? We are going to consider the initial condition. So the initial condition, what we are going to consider is the machine is at the standstill condition, right? Only excitation is given. So if it is the case, the flux will be found for 120 degrees in a permanent magnet brushless DC motor, right? Right. So this is the region where the flux is accumulated in the air gap, right? This is the region where the flux gets accumulated in the air gap. Now, uh, according to this accumulation of the flux distribution in the air gap, we want to frame a table, right? We want to frame a table here. So here I am going to segregate the table in the 4 columns. One is for angle, another one is for phase A, another one is for phase B and phase C. So now we have segregated the air gap here. So we have segregated the table now, separated the table for each and every instance. And this one is for angle. And the next one is for phase A. And next column is for phase B. And this column is for phase C, right? So this is how we are going to frame our table. So depend on this table only we are going to make our torque prediction, right? So at the initial stage means it is 0 to 60 degrees. And next we are going to take the excitation system as 60 to 120, 60 to 120 here. And then the next one is 120 to 180. And the next is 180 to 240, 180 to 240 here. And the next system is 240 to 300. And at last we are going to have our last position as 300 to 360. So this will be our last position, that is which completes one revolution, right? So that is what we are going to say. And for this we will frame the exact table because I marked in very closer. And I am just segregating the table. Right. So now, so considering only the north pole, right? To make our torque characteristics, we are going to consider only the north pole. So if it is the basic position, so what are the phases is having positive polarity and what are the phases is having negative polarity? So now consider phase A. Phase A is with positive. So +1 I'm going to consider. And phase B is 0, right? Phase B is 0. There is no distribution of flux here. So it is 0. We can make it 0 or just make it as a hyphen. And phase C. Phase C here is minus. So here it is -1. So for better clarity between -1 and nil, I am going to take it is as 0, right? So that there will not be any confusion. Again, now the next step is 60 to 120. So the machine is now going to rotate at counterclockwise direction, right? The machine is going to rotate at counterclockwise direction. So while making our torque characteristics, we can able to assume in any direction of the excitation, right? In any direction of rotation. Say either the machine can be rotated in clockwise direction or the machine can be rotated in counterclockwise direction. In any direction, we can able to assume to make our torque prediction. So according to the rotor rotation, we are going to consider this as counterclockwise direction. So now the machine is going to rotate at counterclockwise direction. So the distribution of flux is now will be shifted from A plus to C minus, and the flux which is found in C minus will be flowing in the B plus air gap region, right? It will be flowing in the B plus air gap region here. So the flux will be distributed like this now. right? So now if you see here in this 60 to 120 degree, what happens? Again, B becomes positive, right? B value becomes positive. So take it as +1, B value becomes positive. C value remains same as negative. C value remains same as negative. Whereas A value, A becomes 0. There is no passage of flux in A. So A becomes 0 here. Then 120 to 180. So the next angle is 120 to 180. So in this 120 to 180, again, the flux is going to rotate in the counterclockwise direction. The flux is going to rotate in counterclockwise direction. So the flux gets distributed in the A plus region. The flux gets distributed in the A plus region. So here the flux gets distributed in the A plus region so that now phase A has got the negative polarity. Phase A got negative polarity here. Phase A got negative polarity, whereas phase B got the positive polarity as it is in the previous rotation angle, and phase C becomes 0 now, and phase C becomes 0. Now the next one is 180 to 240. So in case of 180 to 240, again the flux is going to get rotated. Right. So this is the area where the flux is now distributed. So according to this, we are going to frame our torque profile as a table. So A becomes -1. So still A is negative, and C becomes positive cadre. C becomes in a positive. And if you see B becomes negative, that is no value. B for B that is no value. So it becomes 0. And for the next case, it is 240 to 300. So the flux which is accumulated in the region of A minus gets shifted to C plus, and the flux which is already accumulated in C plus in previously is now shifted to B minus. Is shifted to B minus region, right? So if it is the case, what will be the value of A here? So the value of A in this case is 0. The value of A in this case is 0, and the value of B in this case is -1, and the value of C in this case is positive. Now the next one will be 300 to 360, right? So this is the last table what I'm going to complete with this mode of operation. So for this last table, uh, the flux is now going to get uh, circulated from C plus to B minus. So the flux which is already found in B minus, it is going to shift to A plus, right? It is going to shift to A plus region. It is shifted to A plus region here. So now the value for A becomes positive, A becomes positive, and B becomes what if a value for B is negative, still remains same. The B becomes negative, and the value for C there is no value in both positive and negative, so it becomes 0, right? So this is the table which is required to draw the torque profile characteristics for a 180-degree magnet torque and 120-degree waveforms, right? So now with this table, we are going to make our torque characteristics. So now to draw the torque characteristics, I am going to just delete this motor diagram. Right. So now we are going to draw our characteristics now. So first we are going to consider the y-axis, and y-axis be the torque value for corresponding phases, and x-axis be the angle, rotation angle of a rotor, right? So here the y-axis is torque for A phase, and this one be torque for B phase, and this one be torque for C phase. So taking this as um torque A, B, and C for y-axis, and coming to the x-axis, x-axis is the degree, that is angle of rotation for a rotor, right? So now next step is we are going to fix our values, right? So what value? So here value means it is angle. We are going to fix our angle here. So take the angle as 60 here, and here also 60, and corresponding here also 60 degrees. And next is 120, and here also 120, and here also 120. And here is 180, 180, 180, and next is 240, and here also 240, here also 240, and the next one is 300, and next is 360. So 300 and 360. So the next axis 300 and 360. So like this, we are going to split our axis. So after splitting our axis, we are going to mark what is found in the table. So if you see for phase A, first from 0 to 60, we are having the value as 1. So 1 means it is positive 1. So we are going to make our frame as positive here. It is positive 1. And for B, for B it is 0. So I am drawing a line in 0. And for C, it is -1. So C it is -1. And for second step, 60 to 120 degrees, for A it is 0. 60 to 120 degrees for A it is 0. And for B it is +1. And for B is +1. And for C is -1. So, and for C is -1 here. And the third step is 120 to 180. And if you see in phase A, it is -1. So the -1 is indicated here. So I just frame -1 here. And for phase B, it is +1. So previously also +1, now also it is +1. So here it is +1. And for phase C becomes 0, right? In 120 to 180, the phase C becomes 0. And the next step is 180 to 240. So in 180 to 240, for phase A, we are having -1. So we are making -1, that is negative. Then for B phase, it is 0. For B phase, it is 0. For C phase, it is +1. So plus means just somewhere in the top of the x-axis. So 240 to 300, we are having 0 for A phase, 0. And for B, we are having -1. We are having -1. And for C phase, we are having +1. For C phase, we are having +1. And now coming for the next angle in A phase, that is for the last angle, it is 300 to 360, it is +1. 300 to 360 is +1. And for B phase, it is -1. Again, for B phase, it is -1. And for C phase, it is 0. C phase, it is 0. So now we are going to join all our lines here. So with some different colors for phase A, phase B, and phase C. So I am going to take red for phase A, right? So I like to join all the colors. All the joins here, right? So now I have joined all the value for A phase. Similarly, I'm going to join the value for B phase here. So now I have joined the line for B phase start. And now coming to the C phase, right? Coming for the C phase. I am joining all the lines here. So these lines are taken from the table. And how the table is framed? The table is framed from the flux distribution in the air gap. Right. And this is how, if you see here, each and every angle is 60 degrees, right? So each and every angle is 60 degree. As I already mentioned in the title, it is 180 degree magnetic arc and it is 120 degree waveform, right? So from this instant, we can able to say that each angle, each instant of degree is 60 degrees, right? So it is continuously turned on for here to here, it is 160 degree, and here to here, it is another 60 degree. So total it is 260 degree, that is 120 degree, right? So in all phases of torque, we can able to see the torque is turned on for continuously for 120 degrees, right? For another 60 degree, the torque has been in off state, right? For a particular phase, not for all phase. If we compare all phase, we can able to say uh, the torque has been turned on for all phase, but we should not think over in that manner, right? So the this is how the torque waveform has been predicted for 180 degree magnetic arc and 120 degree waveform. permanent magnet brushless DC motor, right? So this is an important question. And in my previous class, we had discussed about 180-degree magnetic arc and 20-degree magnetic arc and 180-degree waveform. So from these two questions, definitely any one question will come for your universities. So up to this, I would like to end my session. If there is any doubt, you can unmute yourself and you can ask me. Okay. I think there is no doubt for anyone. So I will end the session today. We will see by tomorrow class, right? So thank you. Have a nice day.